we're going to cover very briefly why the Wind Waker HD Remaster and Twilight Princess double pack for the Nintendo Switch is a false hope. Over the last 5 years, Google Trends data peaked on the week of June 16th through the 22nd of 2019. One might ask why that is. The data suggests Twilight Princess and Wind Waker had scores of 83 and 81 respectively out of a 0 to 100 scale per Google. 100 being the max, Twilight Princess and Wind Waker had an 83 and an 81 respectively. Those figures are currently at 28 and 20 respectively for Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. So we see nearly a fourfold decrease now versus prior. Twilight Princess and Wind Waker search results were essentially maxed out during the week of 6/16 and 6/22, 2019. Why? Well, E3 2019 Nintendo Direct took place on June 12th through the 15th. Link's Awakening was revealed during Nintendo's E3 2019 Direct, as well as a surprise Breath of the Wild development reveal. What happened next is for the history books. YouTube influencers took to the internet in droves and simply began a quote-unquote wish into existence campaign, simply because Nintendo revealed a prior title and brought it new to the Switch, that it would happen for other titles, perhaps ones that maybe they just cared the most about, those titles being Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. They also then upped the ante and suggested that they would be revealed to us in a double pack. Now, this is really doubling down on the lie. Not only will they be released on the Switch, they say, they will come together in a physical release in a double pack. They even show custom box art, totally unconfirmed and not rooted in any reality. This box art and flashy YouTube content titles are simply trying to coax or wish into existence this false narrative of a Twilight Princess and Wind Waker remaster. Now, what's going on here? So evidently, YouTube content creators saw the Google Analytics trend during the week of 6/16 and 6/22, 2019, during E3. They saw that they were trending and they capitalized on it and they ran with it and they doubled down, tripled down on this false narrative. There is no basis for this other than Wind Waker HD exists. So simply because Wind Waker HD exists on the Wii U doesn't mean anything. There are arguments to be made, but they're invalid. The arguments are invalid that simply because one thing exists, therefore something that I want exists as well. It is based on a lie. It's a very clever marketing campaign. This is a very unpopular opinion, but I feel it needs to be discussed. You can check the trends for yourself. You can see how the data overlaps one another. I believe that it is very disingenuous to mislead your viewers for the sake of driving new content, and I will do my due diligence to try to pinpoint where a lot of these false narratives come from in the future. This is Retro Renovo. Thanks for listening.